the Mayans, los Mayans viven en hace calor y sol region. Ellos son artístico, ellos son loco. Ellos practicar deportes también. Okay, this is a part of Mexico where they were settled, and it's known as the Yucatan Peninsula. They were also settled in southeastern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. That's Quetzalcoatl, and he was god of peace, and this is his pyramid, and I don't know how to say that.
In what?
For thousands of years, Quetzalcoatl was one of the most important figures in the traditional mythologies of southern Mexico. As a god, Quetzalcoatl appeared in some of the region's most powerful and enduring stories. The name Quetzalcoatl means feathered serpent, and it brings together the magnificent green Quetzal bird and the snake. The Mayan customs were a huge part of their beliefs. When a member of one's family died, they were buried in simple graves just under their houses. The wealthy people were buried in tombs accompanied with some of their belongings, such as jewelry, pottery, or food. In the Mayan culture, it was common for ancestors to be worshipped, especially the royal, which were thought to rejoin the gods when they died. Another common custom was human sacrifices to the gods. One way of doing this was by ripping out their hearts and leaving them for offerings to the gods, or by throwing them down a cliff. They used humans as their sacrifices because it was believed that the gods needed human blood to grow stronger. The Mayans built ball courts so they could play games. The Mesoamerican ball game was a sport played for over 3,000 years by the pre-Columbian peoples. The sport had different versions in different places, and a modern version of the game is still played in a few places by the local indigenous population. Ball courts were public spaces used for a variety of elite cultural events and ritual activities, like musical performances and festivals. The game was played with a ball roughly the size of a volleyball, but made from rubber and heavier. An important purification element to the ancient Maya was a sweat bath. Similar to a modern-day sauna, sweat baths were constructed of stone walls and ceilings, with a small opening in the top of the ceiling. Water poured onto the hot rocks in the room and created steam, offering a setting in which to sweat out impurities. No one really knows what caused the collapse of the Mayan culture. For reasons that are still debated, the Mayan centers went into decline during the 8th and 9th centuries and were abandoned shortly after. Theories of Mayan decline are divided into several categories, such as overpopulation, foreign invasion, peasant revolt, and collapse of key trade routes. Other hypotheses include environmental disaster, epidemic disease, and climate change. There is evidence that the Mayan population exceeded carrying capacity in the environment, including exhaustion of agriculture and overhunting. Some scholars have recently theorized that an intense 200-year drought led to the collapse of the Mayan civilization.